Hi, and welcome to Nutrition Chats. My name is Charisse. I'm the nutritionist at Harbour Sport. In this session, we're covering 5 steps to great gut health and how it affects our overall health. Why is looking after gut health so important? Well, our gut health affects every part of our body's overall health and well-being. It affects everything, much of which is still being researched and exactly how it is impacted. We do know that there are trillions of different gut bacteria cells. Some are helpful and some are not helpful. Everyone has a different combination of a few thousand of different types of bacteria, and our lifestyle influences both the number and type. And this in turn affects our health. For example, approximately 70% of our immune system is based in the gut, so it's really important that we do look after it well. Obviously, our digestive system can be affected. We've probably all experienced a tummy bug of some kind or food poisoning. This is when there's an invasion of harmful bacteria and the body reacts quickly to get it out. But there can be longer-term digestive issues, whether the body absorbs nutrients well, whether there is upset such as bloating or gas, indicating the bacteria in the gut is not so happy with some of the food we're eating, and other complaints. Gut health affects our mental health and our mood. The byproducts from bacteria growing, fueling, and reproducing create fatty acids and other chemicals which can have an effect on our mood and mental health. One way is influencing the production and regulation of serotonin, which is one of our feel-good hormones, and beneficial gut bacteria also produce butyric acid, which is protective in the brain. There's even discussion about how gut health can affect development of dementia and other conditions. The actions of different gut bacteria have also been linked with the switching on of certain chronic conditions, including cancers, diabetes, heart disease, and others. When our gut health is out of balance, which is called dysbiosis, when harmful bacteria outweigh the number and type of beneficial bacteria, we can have a few effects. These include digestive issues, everything from bloating or gas to upset stomachs. It can also be found with lingering illness that we just don't seem to be getting over very quickly. Some people experience frequent yeast infections or thrush. It also increases the risk of developing chronic conditions. And there is some evidence that harmful bacteria can be linked with weight gain. Step 1 for gut health is increase your fibre, because this equals happy gut bacteria. What the beneficial gut bacteria live on is the indigestible fibrous parts of plants. And plenty of that means that they keep growing and reproducing and doing their thing and outweighing the harmful bacteria. We can do this by having plenty of vegetables, a wide array of colour and variety. We can also benefit from it keeping skin on vegetables and fruit. Introduce legumes like dried peas and beans and canned peas and beans into your diet. And choose whole grains to make sure you're getting plenty of fibre every day. Step 2 is limit processed, high-fat and high-sugar foods, especially with ones made with white flour and plenty of sugar. Harmful bacteria seem to love these foods, and then they thrive and outweigh and outnumber the beneficial bacteria and throw everything into dysbiosis or imbalance. Harmful bacteria absolutely love highly processed foods, so limit these in your diet. Step 3 is to keep moving every day. There's a strong connection between the amount and type of beneficial bacteria in the gut and exercise. It doesn't need to be intensive exercise, but 30 minutes a day, even if it's broken up into 3 10-minute slots of movement that raises your heart rate a little, can be beneficial. You can improve the variety of helpful bacteria and tip the balance of those beneficial ones versus bad bacteria by having daily exercise. Step 4 is to make sure you have good quality sleep. Having restorative sleep supports beneficial bacteria doing their job well as having enough of them. Make sure you build in regular time to go to bed and get up in the morning, and avoid using screens within a couple of hours before you are due to go to bed to help give your brain the message that it's time to wind down. The final step in making sure our gut health is at its best is to restore and rebuild after illness or medication. Whether this is a tummy upset or a tummy bug or food poisoning, or you've been on some antibiotic medication, it's important to restore that balance of beneficial bacteria. Antibiotics are for bacteria, not viruses. Doctors should only prescribe them for bacterial infection. Sometimes what starts as a viral infection, such as cold or flu, can become bacterial with some bacterial components, like chest infection or pneumonia. The antibiotics are not to treat the viral cold, they are to treat any bacterial complications that can arise. Unfortunately, antibiotics clean out everything, both the harmful and the helpful beneficial bacteria. It's important to complete the full course of antibiotics if you're prescribed some. Not completing the full course because you feel better can cause various harmful bacteria to develop resistance to antibiotics, and this means that there are less options to treat illness in the future. When you have finished the full course though, it's a good idea to support your body to rebuild its helpful, beneficial gut bacteria. You can use probiotic food such as unsweetened yogurt, fermented foods such as kimchi, sauerkraut, and others. You can also use supplements that contain probiotics from the pharmacy, but these can sometimes be expensive. Probiotics are the beneficial bacteria which are found in food and colonize our gut to protect and support our immunity and all over health. They can be found in fermented foods such as kimchi, kombucha tea, sauerkraut, and yogurt. On some labels you may see them listed with these names. Often there are a few different common strains that are used in foods and in supplements. You can use supplements, but beware they can be expensive with little effect. So make sure you talk to the pharmacist about the best option. We also have prebiotics. They are the food for the beneficial bacteria. Probiotics won't work without the right fuel to keep them going. If you don't have enough fibre in your diet and you introduce probiotics, the probiotic bacteria will not live for very long. But to keep it going and to recolonize your gut after illness or medication, make sure you're having plenty of fibrous food, the indigestible plant material that we don't digest very well. That's exactly what the probiotic, the beneficial bacteria, love. So you need to do both. You need to have probiotics plus prebiotics. There are some supplements that combine the two, and they are really great as well. So talk to your pharmacist. 2 easy ways to boost fibre, because this is what it's all about, is to keep skin on vegetables and fruit. Instead of peeling them, just give them a wash and a scrub and maybe remove any tough bits. Also, including more legumes. These are our dried and canned beans and peas. They're great because they have heaps of fibre. They also carry a lot of protein. They're low in fat, and they boost our heart health and lots of other benefits. And they also can bulk up a meal for a cheap option to make a meal go further. Because digestive health and our gut health really does impact on all other parts of our health, including our mental wellness and our mood and our immunity, it's really important to make sure you get things checked out if they're not going well. If you have ongoing cramps of the abdomen, you have loose stools, diarrhea or constipation, which happens often, more often than if you've had a tummy upset like a tummy bug, or if you have excessive flatulence or bloating with certain foods, that can indicate there might be a food intolerance, or if you have ongoing infections like thrush or skin infections that just don't seem to clear up. Please make sure you go and see your doctor to get more advice or support. It's important that you don't just cut out foods or food groups that you think could be a problem without support, because there could be an underlying issue. The Healthy Food Guide is a resource we use extensively at Harbour Sport. It's written by nutritionists, dietitians, and other health experts following the most up-to-date research and guidelines. Some of the benefits include full access to all articles and recipes, great search features to build a shopping list or search for meal ideas based on what you have available or special diet requirements. It also has lots of advice about every age and stage of life. If you're interested in a full 12-month subscription at our discounted price, visit our online shop on the Harbour Sport website. Thanks for listening to this presentation. If you have any questions, please get in touch with us by emailing nutrition@harboursport.co.nz.